Once we get into Gather Analytics, the GathrIQ assistant comes back again to offer any help that we may need in getting insights out of our data. One of the easiest options to do this is I can click on GathrIQ, and I have a couple of options here. I can create a dashboard or I can create visualizations. I'm going to start with visualizations. And here you can ask GathrIQ to give you options and ideas on which questions you can ask based on the data that you have available, or you can ask your own questions if you want to, which is what we're going to do here. I am going to ask for the most common injuries by type, and GathrIQ will process that and give us recommendations on different ways that we can use to visualize that information. For example, I can choose a donor chart. And now here I have my view that shows me that these are the most common injury types that we have across the players. Then I want to see also ask for the total count of injuries by player. Maybe there are some players that have more than one injury, and I want to see how it looks like. I want to see that in a vertical bar graph. I'm going to put this here right next to our pie chart, and I can see there are some players that have 4 injuries, some others have 3, and so on and so forth. Then I also want to see the basic information about the players. So I'm going to add another prompt here that is a table with player information, including these parameters: name, height, age, position, and weight. And I want that to be sorted alphabetically based on the player's name. I'm asking for a table specifically, so this is what I'm getting back as part of my view. And I'm going to put that down here and accommodate that table to be able to visualize the information. And then I want to see the injuries by team, right, in a tree map, for example. I'm going to request also a very specific view here. And now I have specific injuries by teams. Now I'm going to rearrange this a bit. I can spread it around because I want to see all the players, all the teams. All right, so I can check this information. And last but not least, I want to have some idea, my KPIs. I'm going to say total number of teams. Let's see, total number teams that we have, and I'm going to say I want to see that in a KPI. So it looks like we have 32 teams. Put here across screen, and I'm going to do the same with total number of players. All right, and I'm going to get that KPI view. And looks like we have 483 players here. So with this, I completed my dashboard, and I can see, for example, I can click around, see when I click on the most common injury, which is ankle. It looks like most of the players that have that injury are from the Panthers, right? And I can actually click hold my control key and click on that, and I can see which are the specific, those 11 players that have that injury, right? It looks like one of them have had it more than once. So you can see here 2 injuries for that same player. And with that, we finish this specific section. But now, if I want to, I can actually go ahead and create a new conversation. And now we're going to play with a dashboard. Here, I'm going to ask also for specific analysis. I want to analyze players' injuries across teams. That's all my request. And I'm going to let the GathrIQ guide me through this and recommend options in which I can use my data to provide that specific analysis. And here you have different layouts that the GathrIQ is recommending. We have some 3 KPIs at the top. We have some more details at the bottom. I'm going to choose this one with a little bit of a different format. Here you can see that right away I get my entire analysis. You have total number of players and injuries, and we have the average age of the players that have been injured and the average weight, which is relevant information for me. I want to maybe analyze it by week, by team, and by injury type. This is all very relevant analysis. You can see that it also created the same view that we requested ourselves, right, in the visualizations, which is the distribution of injury types. And again, different relationships of the data so you can perform the analysis, right? So we can see the trends based on specific days of the week and things like that, and by teams. So now GathrIQ, based on a simple prompt, recommended the analysis for me, and I can keep playing with that. I can keep requesting the analysis. I can actually also get what are some of the ideas that GathrIQ will provide in terms of the analysis that can be done, right? The distribution of players in terms of ages, in terms of weights, analysis by weight, by age of the players, and see if there are any correlations, right, between that and the injuries. So the idea here is to get quickly to those insights and be able to get the most value out of your data, whether you have a specific analysis in mind or not. So I hope this is useful, and thanks for watching this video.